Hello, my name is Kira. I'm gonna show you how I do my natural faux freckle look. Let's open this up and get started. So obviously, you're gonna wanna wash your hands first. What I'm gonna use first is I'm just gonna use this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I have really dry skin, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into this. This argan oil is my new favorite product. It's physician's formula. I love it. It's literally oil in a frickin' tube. Not for everyone, obviously, but it works for me. Now, since I'm red, I'm gonna go in with this Photo Finish Smashbox Green Tint foundation primer or whatever. I put it on after the oil because if I put it on before the oil, it just wipes everything away. I tap it in as well because if I don't tap it in, it doesn't show up. I'm going to put on the Clinique Beyond Perfection. It's a 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. This doesn't really cling to my dry patches and it's somewhat affordable. So for natural-ish look, you dot it on, and then for full coverage, you swipe it on. But like I said in the beginning, this is a natural faux freckle look. With this look, I actually don't add highlight at all. I feel like the freckles enough already draw attention, and you want to make it look natural. So I don't do highlight. You can do highlight. I don't do highlight. Moving on. Now I will do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Dip Brow. I just got this. As you can see, I've only used it like twice. I love it so far. How I apply it is I use this It Cosmetics eyeliner brush. It is number 218 cream gel liner for eyeliner, but I don't use it for that. So this is how I do my eyebrows. It's kind of a long process. I have this. It is the Benefit Cosmetics Goof Proof brow pencil. It comes with one side is this. It's shaped like a teardrop almost. It goes like that. the pointy side, so the tip of the teardrop, I use to draw fine hairs. It doesn't really draw that fine of hairs, by the way. And then this side is like to blend everything in. I don't have eyebrow hairs right here, so it is very hard to draw in my eyebrows. But I have finally found a perfect solution. If you don't have eyebrow hairs right here, this is what you do. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of put the base colors down. If you don't have eyebrow hairs in the center like me, you are going to need 2 different colors. You are going to need, and don't worry if you mess up, we'll fix it later. You are going to need a lighter brown. You're going to need a lighter brown and a darker brown. So you can draw your hairs and it'll make more sense when we actually do it. So I pretty much draw them all in. It looks like a frickin' Sharpie right now. And then you blend a lot. Almost to the point where you take off all that work that you just did. But not quite. So this is where you draw the hairs in with the pointy part. This part. This is the pointy part. Now the other brow. So you just want to start with a line underneath. And then you want to go a little bit, well, I go a little bit above my eyebrow hair as well, because when I push up the hair like this and make them stand up straight, it covers the top above the eyebrow, that line that I drew. Obviously this color is too light for my eyebrow color. That is why we then go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow. So how I do it with this brush, I absolutely hate it when people just jam their brushes into this dip brow, because this dip brow was $18. It is very, very creamy, very, very pigmented. So when I see people just jamming their brush into this, it literally kills my soul, my whole being. Okay, so you want to very gingerly, very softly place the see, makes little indents. Yep, just like that. That's even a little too hard. Like so gingerly, so. And then I just kind of draw, like I take off the excess and I put it on my hand because I don't really know what else to do with it. where else to put it. I'll dip back into there as well, and yeah. Anyways, so now it is very pointy. This is very pointy since I brushed it on my hand, which makes for a really nice line. So, this is the scary part. You just want to flick it up. Flick, flick, flick. It's a lot easier said than done though, so let's do this. One thing about this pomade though is that it is very smooth and creamy, so it goes on pretty well. Again, when I dip it in the pomade, the Anastasia pomade, I just rotate it so all the sides are even, have an even amount of pigment on it, and then I just brush it off on my hand. That looks pretty good. We're gonna go back and clean up around the edges in a minute. Enough, I'm just going to go back in with this and smooth it all out a bit. Oops, wrong side. So now that they are blended a little bit better, I'm going to go in with this flat tip. It's supposed to be an eyebrow brush, but I don't really use it like that. I use it as a concealer brush to make a really sharp line under my eyebrows, over my eyebrows, in between my eyebrows, around, throughout, within them, to make them as beautiful as possible. Okay, let's get started. So I just, I take this and I brush it like so, flip it, and then brush. Oh, and then this is also by Benefit. It is a foundation, spin in a bottle. Yeah. I'm going to draw a line right below and then I just pat it in to try and not make such a harsh edge. Just gonna draw a line and conceal all of that. Next, we are going to do Faux Freckles. So you're going to want to take that Anastasia brow again and then wipe it off on your hand so you can create a nice and pointy tip on the brush. You kind of want to like do a fast dabbing motion. Don't do it in just this area. I tend to do this a lot right here underneath my eyebrows. I skip this area entirely and I just do the sides, and then I go above my eyebrows right here on these little skin dots. I also go over some of my actual freckles, like right there, throughout, you know, whatever. And then if you think that they're a little too dark, just tap them in a little bit. So you can hardly see these, but you want to have a base of freckles before you go in with darker freckles. So, yeah. Because if you just have all dark freckles, it's going to look really weird. You want to have a base before you actually go in with darker ones. What I typically do now is I put the powder on top of all of this. We are going to have to go back in and redo a couple of the freckles because once the powder is laid on top of them, a few of them vanish. But I'd rather do that because it's like a trial and error. Like the good ones end up, once you put the powder on, the good ones end up seeping through, and then the bad ones are more invisible. So it ends up working out in the end. So I'm just gonna go in with some translucent powder by It Cosmetics. I'm gonna go in and contour. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go in with this again and just bring back a couple more of those freckles. So the very last thing we're going to do is highlight. City Color Collection is sold at Ross, and that's what I'm gonna use. It was very cheap. So this is It Cosmetics brush, no name, no number. So I'm just gonna dip that in here and do a little highlight. Oh, not done. You want to add some mascara or eyelashes. I just don't have my eyelashes right now. Lastly, you're gonna want to use this by Physicians Formula Primer Argan Oil Mist with coconut water. It says it's a primer. It can also be used as a finishing thing. And now we are done. Yay! Okay, so that's that.